Hello, and welcome to Culture Wargames, a show where I break down the dumbest culture war topic of the week. This week, I am talking to my friend Caroline Dunphy. She wrote her own bio, and so I am going to read that out loud.
Can't
Hi,
wait.
Caroline.
Hey, how's it going?
I had to pull this up. Sorry, I lost it in my text. Here we go.
Yeah.
Caroline Dunphy is an Emmy-winning producer and professional doofus at Crooked Media, where she leads short-form digital originals and drinks quarts of coffee as fast as she speaks. Yes, this is a run-on sentence, and she doesn't care. Caroline, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Kat? You know, we're just living and thriving in the most peaceful news cycle. We're so blessed to live in this very easy, calm, easy waters. Isn't that
Your
beautiful?
audio sounds like it's going through a garbage disposal.
Oh, great. Maybe I'll put on my headphones.
I love that idea of you. Hold on.
Okay.
I should probably tell people we're live. Yeah, I think it's a peaceful, good time. I'm having a great time. Overall, I would like to ask though, actually not overall. Let me ask this first. What's a good thing in your life lately? Just like a little good thing.
A little treat in my life. Is the audio
A
better
little
now?
treat. Yes, the audio is so much better.
Okay, great. A little treat was now I'm gonna get canceled for it. But I was just in New York City and all my friends got the stomach flu, but I got to feel very thin on Valentine's Day, and that is a treasure. That is a treasure. It's a treasure amongst that I will cherish all day, every day. Had a cute little
That's
hot Valentine's Day
insane.
date.
That's insane. I love it. Was it still
It's chaos.
with that person that we talked about when you were here in Chicago?
Still that person. No, not the nice guy. The nice guy's gone. He's gone.
Oh, okay.
It's the ex.
I
That came back
can't.
in.
We had like, oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. We had like
Mhm.
a lot of drinks.
We had 4 drinks, and then I went to meet with someone that was like, "Hey, would you ever want to be like a copywriter, like a nice freelance gig?" And I literally blew it.
After that, I went to a craft store to go buy yarn and then made friends with everyone at the craft shop. And 3 of them came to my Christmas party because I was just wasted
Yeah,
at Blake Art Materials being like, hey, you want to come to my Christmas party? I'm trying to
that
make friends
rules.
in this new city. And I was there for like 2 hours.
I remember when I left the bathroom and you were just like chatting up the entire wait staff of this restaurant that we were at for lunch.
We got like 2 free
It was
desserts.
like she left our table straight up, was just at the bar chatting everybody up, and I was like, well, and then we got 2 things comp. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was wonderful. By the way, yes, it's okay to be a bit parasocial. That's how everyone should be all the time, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I think don't touch grass. No, but I appreciate you asking. Very polite. So, Caroline, I do have a question for today because I did say we have like a very dumb topic, and that is why are we purposely making things worse? And I don't mean like the big things like, oh, like we should put migrants in concentration camps or like
Right.
we should make trans children want to kill themselves. Like those are bad, obviously. Like we're making things
Obviously.
worse. But what about like we are actively making little things worse? For example, share entire screen, not that one.
This one.
This one. For example, Republicans are trying to make bank fees higher.
That's awesome. That's exactly what we need.
Isn't that what we need? Like, what are the
That's exactly what I need.
what are the only effective Democratic online messengers? Like, despite what you think about our messengers, despite what you think about him, Pete Buttigieg, he does like he gets to the point and he was like, just so you know, Republicans are making your bank fees more expensive. And I was like, I had no idea. Like, no Democrat had said this all week. They're literally trying to make overdraft fees more expensive, to make
It's
ATM
crazy.
fees more. Why are we doing this?
I also think it's just so funny that like also Democratic messaging has just been so off where like the Republicans do anything, they're like, the price of eggs is too expensive. And then there's something that hits so many Americans. And I bet they're still like, yeah, and eggs are still too expensive. Like this is such an easy message that we can get out so quickly. And it's just like every day we just keep, it's like we have butter Crisco hands, so we keep slipping through our cracks. We just like can't seem to get the message out, and we keep bungling it. It's absolutely
and it
insane.
should be so easy. It should be so easy. For example, like planes are just falling out of the sky. It's cool. We like it.
Belly up, baby. We're all belly up in 2025.
Well, they said they weren't replacing critical staff. I think this is pretty easy messaging to be like, why are we removing more things from the planes?
I was just on a plane from New York to here, post stomach flu, post Valentine's, and we were taxiing out to the runway, and then the pilot gets on and he goes, yeah, so we're going to have some equipment issues. And because I'm in a plane of all New Yorkers, someone from the back goes, we're going down. We're going down. Then there's another guy that starts screaming, you shut the fuck up. And then the woman next to me is smart. She opens her Xanax prescription. And I go, yep, that's exactly what we need to be doing right now. And then 3 rows above me, some kid passed out because he was too nervous. No one should be this agitated getting on a plane. Like, I do think we should bring back clapping when the plane lands at this point, because it's a miracle if they do.
I like the people that are like, we need to make our planes woke again. Like, I'm not getting on a plane unless there are 3 genders in the cockpit. That was my favorite tweet from last week. I do have to say that, like, great. I know I look this way, but like 2002 till about like 2021 was the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Like, being on a plane, I know they say that like there's no way to profile or anything. I swear to fucking God, my family gets pulled over. I have been, until like very recently when I got a credit card to get TSA pre-check, which I used to have when I had global entry, but then they just won't process my new one. I don't know why.
I have that too.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's anyways.
They just don't allow hot girls on airplanes like
they just don't allow them. But
they just don't do it.
I was flying back from Portugal the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and we were flying to, my mom and I went to New York, and then I went New York to DC. So flight New York to DC, 9/11, last name Abagazale. I got patted down, my shit got searched, and then it got searched again at the gate. And then when I boarded, like, most of the plane was very clearly just air marshals disguised as like off-duty flight attendants. Like, there is no way that this many flight attendants all have the same briefcase and are also sitting on both sides of me. Like, that's just not possible. So yeah, it's kind of cool to see other people be stressed boarding a plane, but for different reasons.
But for completely different reasons.
Anyways, I don't know why we're like, let's fire more people associated with planes.
No, and I really think it's interesting that the one that landed, quote unquote, belly up, when I had to read the phrase in the news and the people sat there like bats upside down, no one should have to sit upside down like a bat on an airplane. This isn't Six Flags. This is the FAA.
And like, we had like doors flying off because of Boeing. And I'm not, honestly, like, I saw someone being like, we shouldn't politicize this. Like, technically there were like more plane incidents last year at this time, but I'm like, I feel like this is an insane amount of plane crashes. And
honestly,
like, this isn't even like Trump round 1 where the media was like trying to find any way to villainize him. This is where they're like, was that really like a Nazi salute? Like, everyone calm down here, or maybe get more riled up.
Right? Like, honestly, bring back the window breaking on Boeing, because that was the least of our problems and we had no idea.
Yeah, we were like, somehow the corporate billionaires that are like making our planes worse are the bottom problems. Put Pete Buttigieg back in. He was single-handedly keeping them up in the air.
It's true. He was just juggling them. Just kept going like this and just tossing every single plane. That's what he was doing the whole time.
It's the gayness that lets him do it. It's the wokeness.
It is.
Yeah. But, and Mark, you're good. Don't worry. It's, most people don't know how to spell my last name. So when I was talking about things being bad, we're making things bad. This one, like, really, I didn't even notice it. But the other day, I just thought about the fact I hadn't changed a light bulb in forever, because I bought a lamp, I put in a light bulb, and then I thought, I haven't changed light bulbs in like years. Like, I haven't had a light bulb go out on me. And I remember as a child, that was like a frequent thing that you have to do. Like, the light bulb goes out. But I haven't done that. And I was like, wow, that's interesting. And then I realized it's because they weren't incandescent light bulbs, which waste like I think it's 90% of their energy just giving off heat. Um, and now Trump wants to bring them back.
We can't be doing this.
We don't even make them anymore. But the new light bulbs are too woke, I guess, because they're energy efficient. What are we doing here? What are we doing?
When Kamala Harris was like, we won't go back. She was talking about this specifically. She's like, we won't go back to these bulbs. We
won't go back to this bulbs.
We can't be going back to bulbs.
It's how. So when I was looking this up, I found this article and I was like, you're going to look at it and you're going to be like, yeah, this looks like a tabloid. And then you're going to get to the end and be like, is this fake? And I did, like, I looked at the authors, like a lot of their history, and I was like, is it supposed to be satire? And I don't think it is. So just like keep that in mind when we get to the end, because I don't want everyone to get to the end and be like, no. So
all right.
This is from the US Sun. MAGA sweet MAGA, brighter bulbs, cleaner dishes, and cozier showers. How Trump is scrapping woke red tape to create America's MAGA home. See what a potential MAGA home could look like below. And I like how they say that, like this is a new home design.
Oh my God.
We got all these new. Also, what is this picture of Trump? Why does he look like Jeff Probst?
Yeah, it's Jeff Probst. It's also like an Uncle Sam homage. It's a "We Want You." It's like,
but like the hair.
we want you to have a less efficient house.
We have brighter bulbs. We have return of gas stoves, which, by the way, didn't go anywhere. Those still exist. They literally like didn't go anywhere. Plastic straws, thank God. I use straws at home all the time. Block ban on water heaters.
Okay.
That's what this is happening in the house, is the blocking the ban on the water heaters. It's not a water heater. This is what a MAGA home looks like.
Yeah. So it just looks like a regular home that these bulbs emit so much heat they light things on fire with the wrong wattage. Like they literally have to be wired to certain lamps.
Wait, is that true?
Yes.
That's amazing. Like okay, no, I want to bring him back.
Like that's like these homes will all burn down. We already have a housing crisis in the United States.
This is I love that, honestly. I was listening to the Behind the Bastards series on Oprah. It's like a 6-part series, and they were like talking about, you know, the people she's brought to light and stuff like that. But there was this one part of when she was younger and she was doing beauty pageants and she won Miss Fire Safety. And I was like, what is that? And then I was like, Robert mentioned, he was like, yeah, in the 70s, everything was just catching on fire because you fall asleep with a cigarette and your, you know, entire house was made of flammable materials. And so now we can just do this, but with bulbs. I'm sure we're bringing back cigarettes too.
I know cigarettes never left for me, baby. Cigarettes.
I did. I had I quit. I mean, you know, the DNC, how the DNC was like traumatic for me. And actually Crooked staff brought me Zyn because I was like working on 2 hours of sleep after sleeping on the pavement. And I was like, thank you. So I just quit it. And
we're really good about like big events being like, yeah, so this is the time we're allowed to do this. Like the night of the election, the night of the election, when I knew that it was over, I literally was just like walking around in my pajamas aimlessly, just with a cigarette in my mouth, just being like, the goose is fucking cooked. Like just such a cryptic, dark shake.
I remember at the DNC, one of the security guards there, it was like a contract security guard for the CNN Politico grill, where they were having a big party as we were just like sitting out there being like, you're not going to let a Palestinian person speak on stage. And they were dancing to like Olivia Rodrigo. It was very dystopian. But the security guard was sitting out there with 6. I was like, bro, can I have one? And so this like MAGA security guard and I just talked. And then afterwards he was like, oh, so now I get like why people are upset about Gaza. And I was like, yeah, see, this is effective communication. Anyways, let's read this article from the US Sun. Oh, the point is that I did buy a pack of menthols. Buy a pack of menthols when just like seeing in the news, and I was like, it's literally -2 degrees outside. I need
especially
this
in Chicago.
I will go outside. I have to wear like workout shorts and like jog in place as I do it. I'm like, if I want it this bad, I can punish myself for it. But it's been very few and far between.
And that's why if you use those light bulbs, you'll be warmer in Chicago.
That's
Your house will burn down, but it'll be warmer.
Well, if my house burns down, an entire building burns down. And I think that's cool.
More as someone that just watched her entire city burn.
I just on the record, I did smoke. Then I switched to vaping when I was like 18, and then I quit vaping 2 years ago, which was very difficult. And then I went back to Zyn. Did Zyn for a bit.
Candy cigarettes, are those like
the candy cigarettes? Yeah. Also, your town did burn down, so that could happen more, but not because of climate change. Do you like that?
Exactly. You know what? Let it all.
Let's fucking go, baby.
Let it burn.
Let's fucking go.
Walk me through this.
All right. So we got some great, oh, forget the low flow energy efficient fixtures pushed by crooked Joe Biden.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome marketing. Great marketing for us.
I love like these types of websites, like how they put together pictures.
It truly is like, how I guess the standard for journalism was like, hey, anyone with a 4th grade education should be able to read the newspaper and understand what's going on. This is 1st grade. They're like, pictures? You like pictures? We got them. Look at these pictures.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then like they have this, which is once again just like a house with a very weirdly placed flagstaff. So this means saying goodbye to the dreaded woke red tape. He's vowed to roll back the left-wing restrictions that have made our appliances more efficient, but at a cost. I'm not sure what that cost is really, but I guess we're about to find out. Here's how he's going to make our homes great again. First off, as we know, brighter light bulbs. They will cost more on the energy bill. Like immediately says,
can't make it up.
We're bringing back these light bulbs. They will cost more, but your house will feel cozy again for good old-fashioned brightness.
Dimly lit rooms. If anything, the bulbs that we use now are like too powerful.
Yeah, like say what you want about LEDs, but I've never thought they were
dull.
Like, oh, these are not bright enough. I wish they were brighter.
Yeah, if anything, like with any like Christmas decorations or stuff like that, you're like, geez, when we made that switch, everyone went, Jesus Christ. Like it's just completely different.
It's like the one good thing about like incandescent bulbs is like they do make you look hot. Like if you're in like a room, but you can get that with other bulbs still. Like just, everyone chill.
Learn how to use your iPhone settings. Like grow up.
It's also just never use big light. I think we can all agree on this.
That's it. Just don't use big light. That's it.
Never use big light. I did not even notice when I was pulling this up before this that it said it's going to cost more. That's so fucking funny.
I'm reading the quote perfect hair.
Yeah.
You gotta
make the point.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank God.
Cool. I think that's a quote from a while. Low flow shower heads just don't get Trump wet enough.
So that's
when they don't get Trump wet enough? You know when that happens?
I hate it when they don't get him wet enough.
These are to relax Obama era standards. I feel like there was a precedent between Obama and Biden.
Huh. You know what? I really do think there was, but I can't put my finger on it.
What do you think about low flow shower heads?
Since the not present in between those two, I haven't noticed a different in my showers. You and I, we both have, as I just said in our Discord for Crooked Media, we have the best hair of Terminally Online. We just do. It's just facts. It's never gotten in the way of me washing my hair or I guess not getting wet enough. In fact, that's a problem I never have. But I guess if that's his problem, that's on him. There's products for that, babe. It's fine. There's
products for that. This is what hers is all about. I think. Yes. I don't know. I never click on those ads. I also like how this is like just as they did before. I don't really remember showers being that different. And frankly, I think a lot of it's just like change the shower. Like the shower head that my landlord had installed. Yeah. Was so aggressive. Like every time it hit my nipple, I thought I died. And so I've
had a shower like that. It hurts.
It hurts. So I used to take my stuff down to the gym in my building to go shower in the locker room until like my shower head came in. This is just a skill issue.
Yeah, you just have to get it replaced. Also, there's some on Amazon that are, cheaper than
Yeah. Or you could do the
also
Jolie shower head, which like Instagram ads, can be sketched, but
that's
that
what I'm
one
saying.
works.
Yeah.
That one works.
I've had a shower like that where like what you do? You wear a bikini top into the shower. That's what I used to do in
That's
college.
genius.
In college, I would literally wear a bikini top in my shower because it was so insane. And I'm not going to say what year I was in college, but I can now completely confirm that the water flow has been the same.
Because you're still in college. You've been in college this whole
That's
time.
me. That's me. I never left.
I like how we go power showers, and that also includes no more standing under a dribble of water. These are invented problems. I've never heard I've never experienced this in my life. But also toilets getting a makeover, dishwashers, washing machines, but also no more woke straws.
Honestly, something I can get behind.
This
Big oil needs to just take responsibility for their part in climate change, and then we would have to have our. I like the sippy cup from Dunkin' Donuts.
I do like metal
the
straws, but I do love the woke straws, and then also this, rag, but still article plugs Trump's own merch, his $15 straws.
Man, late stage capitalism will always late stage capitalism. Also, love that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh no. Also, I read up there. They're like, so paper straws don't explode. I really think they're taking liberty with the word explode because if anything, they just kind of slowly crumple within themselves, much like the Democratic Party. Yeah. No, that explode. What straws are exploding?
Conservatives love to make up problems. I've never had a dribbly shower head just like sitting under there, and I've never had a straw explode. I've just had a straw like disintegrate in my mouth.
I want to make fake problems and then solve them and then get a pat on the head. I think that sounds great.
That's what my cat does.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
That's what great.
So you and Peter are both just like creating fake problems and then solving them and then high-fiving, which would be really cute, by the way. Just like,
yeah, I can see a cartoon version of us.
Oh my god, y'all would be the cutest cartoon friends.
I recently was saying in New York that if do you really like someone if you wouldn't also smash the cartoon version of them? Think about the cartoon version of Ben. You still attracted to Ben?
Who?
Your boyfriend. Sorry, is it Ben? No.
Anyways.
Cool.
I would smash the cartoon version of you, though. Don't worry.
I'm right back at you.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard, but Terminally Online, like a few weeks ago, the question was about animated characters that you found attractive as a child or an adult, and no one contributed.
Really?
It was really embarrassing because I was instantly like Zorro, One Piece, and then just like everyone got really quiet and they were like, I don't know who you're talking about. And so I wanted to kill myself. Gas stoves are back. I think we established that. No worry about switching to electric stoves. No one was ever going to come into your house to make you switch to an electric stove. I don't know. Chat, did anyone have to do that? Did anyone have to change to an electric stove at gunpoint? Caroline, did that happen to you?
No, it didn't. It really,
This was on Fox constantly, like right before I got laid off and before that as well. It's just so fucking annoying to me. It's so fucking annoying. This is not an issue. Washing machine flow limits, I don't really know about this. End of water heaters ban, that also doesn't exist. Although they did like try to like cut down on specific types of water heaters. But this is really where I want to come down to. And that is finally the MAGA home with a little less woke and a lot more American living. Biden's environmental measures, and these are the ones that are switching. So are you ready?
Can't wait.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to zoom in so we don't get any spoilers. So the Biden administration introduced a swarm of left-wing environmental laws that Trump is now repealing. Some of these included electrifying cars.
Sick.
Phased out household incandescent light bulbs. Ban on gas water heaters. Gradually phase out single-use plastics from food packaging.
Wow.
Banning asbestos.
Huh. I feel like
this is a bad thing. We are now going to pro asbestos.
As a family that came from a family of all plumbers, we can't be doing this.
No, hold on, don't worry. Ending forever chemicals in water. Fucking woke forever chemicals.
Oh no, are they talking about like fluoride and stuff, or like
no, just like banning banning like bad chemicals in the water supply.
Jesus.
They wanted to make drilling on public lands more expensive, and then also cut pollution. This is woke.
We can't.
So these are things that Trump is reversing, and this is a good thing. Is banning asbestos. We need to bring asbestos back. We need to bring more pollution back, and then we also need to bring forever chemicals into the water supply.
Jesus Christ. Like the fake problems is one thing. This thing is just like a completely different beast.
I think this is awesome, frankly. I think I've been waiting for us to get on the pro asbestos track, and I'm frankly surprised it took this long.
You know what? Finally, we finally get.
This is like when Tucker was like, "Nicotine frees your mind," and that was a really good.
And the green M&M isn't hot anymore.
And the green M&M isn't hot anymore. Yeah, I really miss his just complete meltdowns. Like, it was just really fun to watch as someone doing so every night. I know you said you had to leave soon, but you can't leave until Steven comes on, because that's how this works. And
that's fine. Lovett has to do a rapid response video, so I'm just waiting for him to be ready.
He has to take you away from you.
I know. I guess so.
If only you lived in Chicago, and then we could all hang out.
Yeah.
If anyone else wants to hang out in Chicago, I'll do that to make Caroline jealous.
It is my hometown. I absolutely love it. Wow.
I just meant hang out, like be jealous and hang out with me, but that's cool too. That's fine.
But that's okay. It could be both.
Just tell Lovett to wait. This is important. What else do you think we should bring back? Because I think we should bring back like, do you remember, I might be making this up, but I swear to God, my chemistry teacher as a kid said that like antifreeze used to smell really good or like taste really sweet. I think we should bring that back.
Antifreeze. I feel like I'm trying to think of something that would be good to bring back.
Well, that's Steven. Steven works for the Texas Observer. He is an incredible reporter. He does some really hard-hitting work on Nazis, fascists. I am worried about his safety every day. He's also from my hometown of Dallas, Texas, and he just came out with a really incredible story.
We love.
Steven, hi. There's your back.
Hey, sorry. I was just making sure. I was just making sure because you're talking about safety. I was like, is my gun in my office? So it's there. It's there.
That's awesome.
We were talking about this article from the U.S. Sun that talked about banning asbestos. Like, asbestos is good. Like, Trump needs to unban asbestos.
Right.
And that we need to bring back forever chemicals, and that we should also have more pollution. So what do you think we should bring back in this category?
Put lead back into gas.
Oh my God, that's so obvious. Why did seatbelts woke? Yes, absolutely. Yep. More lead.
That's a good one.
Fewer seatbelts.
Also just like lead paint. Like, I think also we gotta bring back
like children's toys. We need to make kids' clothes more flammable.
Yeah, and that way when homes do burn down from these light bulbs, it won't affect anyone at all. it won't go in the air. It won't affect anyone around it. The surrounding area.
Well, that would be a good thing. We want more pollution here.
Yeah, we want more forever chemicals.
We want more forever chemicals.
I don't encounter enough lead in my daily environment, and I'm mad about it.
I want to be more like Rudy Giuliani in 70 years, and so I would like more lead right now.
Fluoride in water, down. Lead everywhere else,
up.
And those are the rules. Okay, I have to pop in and go record this video.
Okay, Caroline. Steven, where can people find you?
Nice meeting you. At Modern Dunphy on Instagram, and then in real life, Los Angeles and New York, or running the bar scene with you in Chicago.
Hell yeah. All right. Bye, love.
Bye.
Hi, Steven.
Hey, what's up, Kat?
Not much. We covered a lot of ground. We covered woke things that Trump is getting rid of in the House. I'm not sure if you saw, but here is a model of what MAGA houses, which are a new invention, are going to look like.
Where is it? I don't see.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. There you go. Look how revolutionary this house is.
Okay, so plastic straws, brighter bulbs.
Yes, because we're bringing back incandescent light bulbs, even though we don't make them anymore. And also on that really funny part of this article, it admits that it costs more.
So something that's missing from this huge opportunity they missed.
Mm-hmm.
So they should remove all of the lamps and only have big lights.
Big light.
Because lamps are kind of, they're
lamps are,
they're
it's a little too feminine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The two F words.
I can't say it. Well, I guess I could, but I'm not going to say it.
No, I mean, I think big light is a masculine trait. It drives me fucking nuts.
Yeah, if you can't deal with just like blinding light showing you all of your shame, that's kind of feminine, isn't it?
I used to have fairy lights on my headboard, and it was really cute. It was like, I don't care if it's basic, it was cute, and it made you look great at night. And then I was dating some guy when I was like a senior in college, and he made fun of me for them. He came over, I cooked, he made fun of me for them, and then he was like, wow, I look really good. And I was like, yeah, that's the fucking point.
Incredible.
Thank you for letting me rant about big light.
Anytime.
This is a fun detour, but you have a story and I'd like to listen to you talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. Where should we start?
So what is the story? How'd you get interested in it?
Okay. It's a good one. So the story is that there is a prosecutor for ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
Isn't that
for
civil,
those who
though?
are unaware. Say that again?
Aren't ICE proceedings civil, or am I getting that wrong?
Well, like all immigration court hearings involve counsel. Well, if you're lucky and you can actually get a lawyer and you're on the defense side, you're a respondent, you can have a defense attorney. And then the prosecuting attorney, the opposing counsel, is always the federal government, specifically ICE. So in that sense, yeah, they are the prosecuting attorney. They are the ones that are, seeking to potentially deport someone.
Right.
And so this particular prosecuting attorney for ICE, he's been there since at least 2020, I think maybe actually even 2019. His name is James Rodden, and he works in the ICE office of the principal legal advisor for Dallas. There are several of those offices across the country. Anywhere there's an immigration court, you're going to see one of these offices.
Okay.
And he's a deputy chief counsel. So basically that just means he's not the boss, but he's
not unimportant.
In the courts. Yeah, he's not unimportant. That's right. For sure. So turns out that Mr. Rodden runs an anonymous Twitter account. We identified him as the operator of a particularly overtly racist Twitter account. I should, I guess, call it an X account, but I think that sounds stupid.
We're not doing that.
So the head name is like Mr. X, but the handle, which is a little more memorable, is Glomar Responder. Quick little digression there. A Glomar response is I can neither confirm nor deny. And you often get that when you send FOIA requests to certain agencies. They will give you a Glomar response and neither confirm nor deny. Similarly, I got a Glomar response from ICE when I tried to confirm, or get them to confirm rather, that this guy still works for them, which he does. And I confirmed that about 5 other ways. So the account, as I mentioned, is just very racist, white supremacist in nature, self-describes as a fascist, has described all migrants as criminals, and has described throwing migrants into tree shredders as potentially becoming a moderate position. In their view. Yeah, it's a bit on the nose, I should say. It's pretty clear cut. I don't think that there's a lot of ways you can interpret that.
I mean, I think that seems like a really moderate position.
Well, it, maybe now it's increasingly moderate in our current political landscape. And so how did I get interested in this? Well, I had a research partner on this story, Kyle Phelan. Couldn't have done this without him. And really, like, what got us particularly interested, I mean, it was there's a number of things. There were posts about this guy being an employee for ICE, basically. I mean, that first off, that was pretty nuts. And we were like, okay, well, maybe he's just relying on the internet for clout. But no, he kept posting. And one post in particular that Kyle noticed that really, I think, broke things open was that he was complaining about a certain federal lawsuit that had been dismissed. And it was about the employee vaccination mandate that all federal employees had to get a COVID vaccine under the Biden administration. And he didn't like that. So he and some other federal employees sued. And he had complained when it got dismissed. And then, in fact, he had also posted previously, I am party to a federal lawsuit in which blah, 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 blah. And there weren't many federal lawsuits about that specific issue. In fact, there were very few. And that allowed us to narrow things down. And
the rule on this is that you shouldn't really reveal details.
Yeah, like you should,
or like
not
anything
reveal,
that's like traceable.
Right. Yeah. If you're trying to remain anonymous. And so Kyle was like, I'm pretty sure it's this guy. And I said, let me help you here. Let me see if I can verify this. And we found a lot more information that really confirmed that, in fact, yes, this appears to be the guy. And the most significant for me personally moment was when I was sitting behind the guy in immigration court. And I was taking careful notes of like whenever he was using his phone and time stamping them so that I could go back and compare it to the anonymous account and be like, is he posting? Because he was smart enough to not use Twitter on his laptop, which I could clearly see the screen.
Yeah.
I couldn't always see the phone screen, but there was one beautiful moment in which the man holds the phone up and I'm sitting just close enough and to the left so I can see over his left shoulder, pulls up his Twitter app and just starts scrolling, starts looking through the feed. And I'm like, confirmed using Twitter in court. And, I was sitting about 6 feet away. So it wasn't like entirely like I couldn't read every single little thing, but I could see various PFPs and, like I could see that he was clearly on the Twitter app. I unfortunately use that thing too much for my job and researching people like this. So I know what that shit looks like. And then he starts to draft a post in the courtroom. And I was like, oh,
that's just so perfect. You rarely get things like this,
Rarely. It was like manna from heaven. And
yeah.
I take that down. I'm like 1:14 p.m. and probably gonna post something. And we should check that. And I think, as you know, also as a user of this app, whenever you draft a post, your profile picture is shown at the top left part of your screen, which is the part.
By the way, I did delete the Twitter app a while ago. I just use it on the
good for
browser.
You.
Yeah. I just want to brag. Sorry, continue.
No, that's fine. I should probably do the same thing, but
no, but you could see the profile picture right there.
I could see it, yeah. And I was like, oh shit, that resembles the profile picture of the account that we're pretty sure this guy runs. And then lo and behold, when I get out of the courtroom and I turn my phone back on and I look at his posts, 1:15 p.m. there was a post. And that was it. That was the point where I was like, went from like 95 to 99% confident to 100%. And so, yeah, that really sealed the deal. But there's a ton of things that pointed us to him and really helped us confirm. Long story short, as you said earlier, do not post a myriad of specific biographical details about yourself or even allude to them if you want to be an anonymous racist on the internet. I probably shouldn't be giving these tips, and you're probably not going to follow them if you're the kind of person that is going to be an anonymous racist on the internet.
He is private now, though.
He's private, yeah. But who is to say that I don't have a burner account that followed him?
Do we have any idea of what he's posting right now? Is he really pissed off?
The man has gone dark. Not a post.
That's
Not
a
a
good.
post.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, he made his LinkedIn private or deleted it. One of the two. Hard to say. He made private or deleted a bunch of his Facebook posts from his Facebook that had his name on it. And another really fun thing about how we identified the guy is that, I mean, this is my joking opinion, but I think he's addicted to posting, like many of us are. And he couldn't help but posting about his like specific kind of nerdy interests. No offense, as like someone who has plenty of nerdy interests, but like, you know, posting about like the Watchmen comic, you know, series, specific characters, and like Kratos from God of War, and also the Blue Demon Luchador, and just like so many very specific things on his personal Facebook that has his name on it, and then also on his anonymous account. So once again, like, do not do this if you want to be anonymous.
Did you get? Is ICE still employing him?
As of now, ICE has neither confirmed nor denied that James Rodden is an employee of theirs. They have said that they will not comment on the substance of the investigation or the article at this point in time, but they are currently investigating to ascertain or determine whether the person who runs the account is indeed an employee of theirs.
Okay. Well, fantastic reporting on your part, and do you contribute, or is it a co-byline?
He contributed, but you know,
That's
I
awesome.
think frankly I couldn't have done it without him, so he might as well have been a co-byline.
We do have a new piece from ProPublica that I would love to read with you right now, that like I just saw a little bit of, but
what is it? You're getting me excited.
They found out how much we're spending on Doge.
Oh, that's so cool.
They're so fucking cool, man. God, they do the best work.
Oh, man, I love that shit so much.
Okay, Trump administration began funding Doge soon after it took office. It started by tapping $750,000 from a White House fund for information technology initiatives. Since then, the funding has ballooned. Very efficient, if I'd say so. A 14 million chunk described as part of a software modernization initiative. In all, ProPublica found more than $39 million has been earmarked to Doge in just 1 month.
Oh.
Don't you love government efficiency?
I love it, and I also love that a part of this government efficiency is that they have to have like their emotional support gripers on the team. Like, no, you can't get rid of this guy. I need him. I need him. Even though he posted about eugenics.
I love when they're like, oh, well, like, you know, everyone posts stupid stuff when they're young. And it's like, no, he posted that like 5 months ago.
Yeah, you're fucking kidding me. One thing I forgot to mention, speaking of posting, is that since my article came out, Congressman Mark Vesey of Dallas has publicly posted that he is demanding answers from ICE about our reporting, and that this person should no longer work there, and has confirmed that they are sending a formal letter.
Democrats. Wait, is he Democrat or Republican?
He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat.
Yeah, Democrats are really good at sending letters. But it's great that he's actually doing something, and like this is like a departmental thing. Yeah.
Quick turnaround. I was like, maybe they'll do it in 2 weeks, but for it to happen within 48 hours, I'm like, even actually less than 24 hours. I'm like,
you do have some of the most impactful reporting in like the entire state of Texas. Like you report on, and not just Texas, like you break so many important stories. It's kind of insane. Like if anyone's watching this and you don't follow Steven, you don't follow his work, and you don't follow Texas Observer, do that right now. That's like truly some of the most important work on this front.
Please do that. And then also like give the Texas Observer money so they can give that money to me. And if you donate to them, you can even specifically write in the donation note, like this money should be spent on Steven's reporting, because that helps me as a freelance journalist. It's great to have that sort of pool of funding that they can just allocate only for me doing stuff exactly like this. Which is what I enjoy doing. I really enjoy doing this.
And you're really good at it. Yeah, this is like very necessary. I'm sure a bunch of like actual reporters that are on the ground doing this stuff. Like I just sit here and be like, oh, ProPublica just posted a thing, let's read it on cam. But like the Trump administration is going after people that report on this because they don't want you to know it. And so supporting work like Texas Observer, supporting ProPublica, but like, Steven's right here, let's look at him and give him money and follows, is extremely important. I really cannot stress that enough. It's so fucking scary. But if at least we know what's going on, if you know the threat, you can fight the threat.
Yeah, things are a little unsettling. The call to basically overturn New York Times v. Sullivan, which provides people like me great protections to do this exact sort of reporting. Yeah, if that gets overturned, like maybe I'll have to go live somewhere else. I don't know. But for the time being, I know that myself and my colleagues at the Texas Observer are not going anywhere. And we're going to continue to do stuff like this because we know that people care about it and it can have impact, which is, it feels great to be able to say that, given that, a lot of journalism, sometimes it doesn't. At this point, though, even with everything that we've talked about and the letter and all that, like I put it at about a 50-50 that anything happens.
50-50? That's bold.
I mean, I know it's optimistic. Maybe 60-40 against my interests, but at the very best, a coin flip.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. And I mean, like, I am nervous about like physically going to the state of Texas to see my family because of like weird legal shit I had to deal with just last year. And that was when Biden was in office. Like, it's you're doing the Lord's work, Steven.
Well, thanks for having me, Kat. It's been a pleasure. It always is fun to chat with you about these things.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know, Steven was also on my very first stream when I was at Media Matters, just doing like very intermittent things. We played a white nationalist video game that was like a text-based video game. It was completely unhinged and it was a lot of fun. But I got like 5 hours of sleep, which isn't great for narcolepsy. So I'm gonna take a nap. But Steven, where can people find you?
You can find me on most of the social media places. I don't really post on Threads because I hate Mark
Threads
Zuckerberg.
sucks.
It sucks. It's just terrible. It's not good
every
for
day I
news.
look at it and it's like, I ran into a girl who bullied me in high school and she said, what's going on in your life? It's like this like weird scenario that didn't happen and it's just fed to me and I don't want it.
I don't want to talk to brands on the internet. That's not what I'm interested in. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky. If you, for whatever reason, are still on that awful hell site, I am still there. Although I might get banned because a lot of Nazis are reporting me for doxing, which is not something that I did. I just named a guy. So we'll see if I'm even there by the end of the week. But Blue Sky is the best place to follow my work. And I have like a link tree that can direct you to my portfolio so you can read all my stuff and have it in one place.
And you can find me here. Also, the other places. I assume if you're here, you follow me other places. So go do that. If you want to support my work, though, you can sign up for my Patreon, patreon.com/catemmaboo. For $1 or more, if you so choose, you get a picture of my cat Heater every single day. If you don't know who that is, she is the little cat in the background that I cut and paste like 50 times or individually cut like 50 times. Steven, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, wait, I forgot to ask you at the top. I want to ask you at the bottom. What's a good little thing that's happened to you like this week?
A good little thing that's happened to me. Well, it wasn't this week because I was pretty tired this week, but the good thing that happened last week is I got to go to Germany for a full week, which was really interesting. And I got to see some cool sites and talk to a bunch of politicians about, kind of like the rise of far right kind of neo-fascistic politics in their country and how that's like kind of not good for a lot of reasons. But the trip was fun other than that, which is like awesome. I'm used to the normal conversations for me, but in a much cooler environment. I'll say that.
Fabulous. Well, thank you for joining me, Steven. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.